Good evening, Rootsu. Welcome back to another episode of Major League Baseball Update. Today is March 12th, 2008. And as you can tell from the sun shining on my face, it's a pretty good day out here. It's a little cold, but other than that, it's very nice, as Bart would say. We got actually a big story today about the Yankees and the Devil Rays, and we'll get into that right after the scores and a couple other little things. Just real quick, running down, we have about we got 6 games still in progress. Oakland Athletics lead the Diamondbacks 2-1. That's in the top of the 8th. Texas over Chicago Cubs 5-4. Bottom of the 7th. Chicago White Sox blanking the Rockies 4-0 in the 7th. Kansas City topping, actually currently leading Anaheim 4-3. That's in the 8th inning. Milwaukee, Seattle both tied at 1 in the 8th. And San Diego over San Francisco in the top of the 7th. Cincinnati will take on Philly at 7:05, along with Cleveland and Atlanta. And we got some finals here. Boston defeated the Twins 12-7. Houston losing to Detroit 11-4. Toronto over Pittsburgh 4-1. Florida all over St. Louis 13-7. Washington topping the Dodgers 10-4, and the Mets 6, Baltimore 2. And the Tampa Bay Devil Rays continuing their hot streak in spring, or should we say lukewarm streak, since it's not exactly July yet. They defeated the Yankees 7-6 in about that game. Wild first 2 innings. This probably stems back about 4 days ago when Elliot Johnson of the Devil Rays ran into Francisco Cervelli, the Yankees' young catcher, broke his wrist, and Girardi was saying that, you know, it was a bush league play, and you shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff in a spring training game, because, you know, spring training is to get into form for the baseball season, not to, you know, bowl people over, hopefully to win a game that doesn't even count. Well, today was a lot different. Andy Pettitte was supposed to take the start today, but was scratched due to a little inflammation of his elbow. So the Yankees threw up Heath Phillips, and in the first inning, he grazed Evan Longoria, or is it Longoria? Evan Longoria with a pitch up and in, and he was immediately ejected. Not even a warning. He was just tossed out in the game. And then the second inning, Shelley Duncan of the Yankees, he slid hard into second with the spikes up, and he clipped Aki Iwamura. He got a small little cut on his on his shin, and an umpire ejected him immediately. And while Duncan's still on the ground complaining why he got ejected, and then he starts to get up, and then from the outfielder Johnny Gomes, he comes in, pretty much tackles. Well, they say it's a shove, but it was a very hard shove that could have caused him actually some back injury. Since Duncan has a history of back injury, he shoved him really hard, and thus that resulted in a benches clearing brawl. Now, there have been quite a lot of ejections in that game. There was no punches, no swinging, no real serious injuries. But let me pull up the list of ejections. We have, Yankees. On the Yankee side, the players that were ejected was Heath Phillips, the pitcher. Shelley Duncan was ejected in the second. Yankees third base coach Bobby Meacham, he was ejected in the second. Yankees batting coach Kevin Long was ejected, and for the Devil Rays, just Johnny Gomes. There were about 5 ejections in that game. It was, I'm gonna go on a little rant here if you guys don't mind. I don't mind the hard playing games. Actually, I'm all for it. I like to see lots of players like Pete Rose come back into the game, just play hard to win, getting those those hard slides into second or third to jar the ball loose. The collisions at home plate, I don't mind that at all. I'm all for it. Matter of fact, when I was in the military and we had a slow pitch softball, I did that. I slid hard in the second base. Sometimes I'll have my spikes up. I don't mean to, but that's just the natural instinct. And when I played catcher, they had this little rule just so everybody could be safe, that if the runner coming in is like within, I don't know, a 2-foot radius of home plate, he's automatically safe. I didn't give a damn. Once the second I had that ball, I was right there ready to tag him out, clip his legs, do whatever I could to make sure he was out. Now, I've done that before. I've never been thrown out of game. Nobody's been hurt. But, if you're going to play hard, play fair, but just don't do it in spring training. Spring training, like I said before, it's a time to get your body back into shape for the long 160 games. For the minor leaguers, 150 something, maybe it was 140, I don't know exactly for sure. And only then, during the regular season, can you actually play hard like that with the hard slides into second and the collisions at home plate. But if you're out and you know you're out, there's no need to bowl over a catcher or to try to get a hard slide into second base with your spikes into somebody else's leg. So in this case, it is Shelley Duncan's fault. He deserved the ejection that he got. Phillips, I'm not so sure. It may have been a loose pitch, may have not have been, but I don't really see any history between Phillips and Longoria. And then when the regular season comes out along, I don't think the Yankees and the Rays are going to have much of a grudge match anymore. Other than that, we've got a couple more things on here. Rocco Baldelli. Now this is kind of funny. Rocco Baldelli will begin this season on the disabled list. Now this is no surprise at all because Baldelli's been on the list quite a few times in recent years. But the reason why he's on the list this time is for extreme fatigue. I guess that's what happens when you stay up late and party like what I do, except I don't do the party, I just stay up late. Billy Crystal, he's signed a one-day minor league contract with the New York Yankees and actually had an official spring training invitation that the commissioner of baseball, Bud Selig, he has approved it. So this will be interesting. He's not the first celebrity to play a ball game. Tom Selleck, who was on Mr. Baseball, he played with, I believe, the Detroit Tigers. And Garth Brooks, he's played a couple times with, I believe, the Padres and the Mets. All of them, well, they didn't fare too well. I think Garth Brooks is the career league leader in hits amongst celebrity players with one. Now, I don't know if that's a true stat or not. But that really wraps up about today. Just the Brawl, Crystal, and Baldelli starting on the disabled list. Fantasy owners, I know Baldelli, I would say, is at least a 20-round draft pick, the earliest. I'm going to go ahead into trivia. We have a tie now for first place in the leaderboard. Yesterday's question was, let me pull it up real quick. Who is the only Hall of Famer to hit safely in each of the 14 World Series games in which he played? Hail to the Redskins was the first correct answer with Roberto Clemente. And Clemente got a total of 12 hits in, got a total of 21 hits in 14 games. He got, in 1960 against the Yankees, he got 9 hits. In 1971, he gathered 12 hits. So congratulations to Hail to the Redskins. He gets 5 free routes, plus now he ties Houston Texans Pride atop of the leaderboard for a free replica autographed baseball. And today's question out there is, who played in the most World Series without ever being on a winning team? Again, who played in the most World Series without ever being on a winning team? If you think you know the answer, go ahead and reply to the thread below, or you can send me a message or an autograph, my profile, and first correct answer, of course, will be announced tomorrow with the answer, and you'll get 5 free routes from me, and you'll be entered on the leaderboard. And of course, at the end of spring training, which will be, I believe, March 20. I don't have the exact date on me. Well, we're going to continue through the Red Sox Athletics doubleheader in Japan because spring training is still going on. We'll just have 2 different questions then. But at the end of spring training, the person who is first place in the leaderboard gets a free replica autographed baseball, the team of his or her choice. So get your answers in, and good luck to everybody out there. And that pretty much wraps it up for today. Again, if you'd like to have a shout out, would you like to make a comment or trash talk somebody else's team, get a small little rivalry going here on the zoo, go ahead and send me what you want me to say on the air, and I'll do that for you. In the meantime, I have one final Rudolph argument I need to write up, so I'm going to go ahead and leave and go and do that. Y'all keep on zooing now.